Just a little video showing the differences between a Epiphone Valve Junior 5-watt Class A tube amp and a Peavey Transtube. Just got that in a Craigslist trade. It's the older model Transtube. They have a new one now that has more effects and a couple of more buttons on it, but this is one of the older models, so I was able to trade some gear out and get this thing. I'm playing a Fender Deluxe Strat here. So you can see it's a traditional Strat setup, 3 single coils. These are all SCN non-noise single coils, but they sound very Stratty. So I'm playing with a Boss LS2 line selector. Then I'm switching between the Epiphone Valve Junior over here and a Peavey Transtube right here. In front of the Epiphone Valve Junior, I've got a Behringer GDI 21 distortion pedal, trying to simulate the distortion channel on the Transtube. The Transtube has a clean channel and a distortion channel. The Valve Junior does not have channel switching. It only has one sound. It's got the Epiphone Valve Junior has the bitmo mod on it, so we've got a tone knob and also a toggle switch that kind of rolls off the treble, adds a treble, or adds some distortion, but it's not really adjustable. It's just a toggle switch. So I have the bitmo mod set on Brit, and the tone knob is set around 12 o'clock. The volume on the Epiphone Valve Junior is about 9 o'clock, so it's not too loud. The Valve Junior is set on a volume of about 9 o'clock on the clean channel, and on the dirty channel it's probably set around 7 o'clock. So just because the Peavey is, I believe it's 80 watts, it's a lot louder than the Valve Junior. The thing that's interesting about the two is the Valve Junior, of course, is an all-tube amp, and the Transtube is a simulated tube amp. It's a transistor amp, but I think they've done a pretty good job in setting it up. So anyway, enough talking. Here we go. This is the Valve Junior clean neck pickup. So you hear that ringing, that Strat chime. All right, so here's the Transtube clean. Back to the Valve Junior. Transtube again. Alright, switching over to the Valve Junior. So you hit a tube smack on it. Same deal. Here we go with the Transtube, the smack. Interesting. The Transtube really does have that compression that you hear from hitting a tube amp. Alright, so this is the distortion pedal in front of the Valve Junior. Again, it's a Behringer GDI 21. It's set for a Marshall distortion. Alright, let me switch to the bridge pickup. There we go. Okay, now we switch over to the Peavey. Cut the distortion channel on. Here we go. Here's the Alright, here's an open E on the Peavey Transtube. Valve Junior. D chord on the Valve Junior. Switching over to the Transtube. here's something that typically happens with tube amps. You can roll off the volume knob. So I'm taking my Strat on the bridge pickup, turning it down to 5. You see I lowered a lot of distortion there. Alright, switching over to the Valve Junior. Going back to the Transtube. Valve Junior. Alright, taking it back up to volume 10 on the guitar. Transtube. Oops, sorry, that was the Valve Junior again. Transtube. Alright, Valve Junior. Transtube. Anyway, that's an interesting comparison.